Welcome to Byrd 203. Today I'm going to talk about my experience as I was in a wheelchair when I was a kid. Um, my first thing I can say is that I do have cerebral palsy, which is the condition that I have where it makes it tough to walk, it makes it tough to get up, get down. It also affects my bones because of the, the version that I have also affects the bones, which affects hips and stuff. So it makes it harder for me to get up, get down, and get things done. But that doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do and what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about my experience in wheelchair. When I was younger, I had issues with my heel cords being tight, meaning that my feet would not move the way they were supposed to keep my balance, and also to walk. I was having a lot of trouble walking and everything, so they decided to stretch my heel cords out. That also touched to me about why I was in a wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair for about 6 months to a year each time. I had two surgeries. So I was in a chair for about 6 months to a year at a time, twice in my life, because I had uh, two surgeries on one foot, and then I had another one. So technically, I was in the chair uh, about 3 times. One time was so much shorter than the other. Now, what I do want to talk about is a house, what you really should have being in a wheelchair. Even though I wasn't in a chair permanently, I saw these issues. One, hallways were way too small, meaning I was either bumping the walls, trying to get to the restroom, or I was having trouble getting in and out of the hallway because of the length of the hallway corners. For example, going to the restroom, I would always knock out a light that was right plugged in the hallway that we used to be able to see going down the hallway. So turning the corner to get into the bathroom was very challenging. I had to speed a wheelchair, slam on one brake, and then push the other corner to make the hallway corner so I could slide into the corner to get into the restroom. That's one experience I had. The other experience I had was also at school. I would also get stuck in the cracks with chairs. You would also have issues getting wheelchairs going down um, pathways because if the concretes were not even, the joints where the concrete pieces met, you would also have issues getting wheelchair accessible. Um, if accessible where you would get stuck and you would have to have a teacher or somebody come help you. Now, my other thing I would do want to talk about is, and we did have fun. We did wheelchair races. We done basketball. We done all that kind of stuff as well as when I was a kid, bowling, you named it. But now, the type of wheelchair I was in for about maybe 6 months to a year at a time was this chair here. Um, this chair that I was in, this is close to the exact picture, but I did have some other um, pieces that were added to this chair. Um, this chair was not as comfortable as it should have been, meaning I was sliding around in it a lot. But yes, we did have a desk for this chair that they would snap into the top, custom made desk. And I worked on when I was a kid. The other thing they did have on this chair was the leg rests were adjustable, which was nice. That was the only thing I do like about that design. They did have uh, leg rests that were adjustable on the model that I have. This is just as close as I can find on the picture that I could find, but they did have leg rests that were adjustable. Um, on the version that I have, height adjustable and tilt, which was nice. This one may not have tilt, but it does have to swing out, which I had. Um, the other thing that I did like about the chair was it was easy to use, yes, and I did have fun. Now, the other thing that I want to show you in the picture here is you definitely want to have outlets that are like in the kitchen underneath the counter that are easily accessible, like this one. You want to have outlets that are underneath the counter at the proper height so that you can plug stuff in. If you're going to be in the chair permanently or not, because you never know when you're going to need to plug something in. You want to place at the proper height, like this, at the camera here. You want to have at the, like this is on my island, on the back of my island. You want to have outlets that are easily accessible. Wider hallways and wider bathrooms, entrance ways you want to have. Now, my wheelchair experience, I enjoyed being in the chair. I was having fun. The only thing I ever missed really was riding bikes with my friends. That was about it. But I enjoyed the wheelchair races, so that kind of filled that hole for about a year and a half. Now, wheelchairs have come a long way since I was a kid. Now, the one organization that made this possible for me to have the surgery, which you're going to see here, is Shriners Hospitals for Children. They're a very good organization that takes care of the needs for younger kids. For example, like this person here, they deal with people that have amputees, or they deal with people with cerebral palsy. They deal with a lot of different things. But Shriners is all over the world here. You can see the different parts of the map that Shriners has. Shriners Hospital for Children is one of the organizations that has helped me out as a kid. And I am very grateful to this because of my experiences in the wheelchair. I'm very grateful. Now, the locations, you can see there's one in Louisiana, there's ones up north, there's ones in California. They're all over the world, but the Louisiana Shriners I enjoyed. I always had fun going there. So yes, I enjoyed it. Shriners High School for Children. It's one of the best organizations out there that I really enjoy going to. It's like you would be able to relax, do what you need to get done, but you also knew you would need to get taken care of. So, what I mean by relax, I mean for the younger kids, they always have something to keep you occupied, so you wouldn't be bored. Even in the waiting room, they kept you occupied, which I appreciated. So, this is partly my experience being in the chair. I enjoyed it. The challenges were getting in the restrooms, getting in the bed. Also, the other challenges that I had getting in was getting in and out of cars. Yes, but the proper height on anything is critical. So, this is some of the experiences that I had when I was in a chair. So going to school, I enjoyed the basketball, the wheelchair basketball, the wheelchair bowling. That was fun. Um, even um, getting wheelchair my chair to go places I wanted to go. I finally learned how to use it, and it was fun to use. Now, the only other thing I would take away from this is you want to have wheelchair accessible locations, which I did not have, so my chair would barely fit in standard hallways. That's how wide the chairs were that I had to be in. Now, the one thing I can say from this is if you're going to search for wheelchair locations, make sure that you find wheelchair accessible restrooms, bedrooms, kitchens. Make sure that you find a great organization that can help you with that. And I am glad that I had the organization that did help me out get the chair and all that kind of stuff. But they should be able to help you as well, tell you what you need, what you may need. But you definitely want to take a look at Shriners High School for Children if you do have a child that needs a chair like I did. So I want to this is my story, a short story, yes, but it's the one that I have to tell that I was in a chair and I enjoyed it. Byrd 203 out and have a pleasant day.